Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers at County Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Jerry Ujdur, whose record is 2-6 with a 3.94 ERA. And pitching for the Brewers today is Moose Haas, whose record is 6-9 with a 4.92 ERA. And so we got the win yesterday as I almost sank the game. We were up 6-4. I made a bunch of great moves, and then I left Reggie Jackson, who pinch hit, in at third, and I left Leonard, who pinch ran, at first base. And defensively, that was a bad idea because the Brewers put together a little bit of a rally. They ended up scoring 2 runs against our closer, giving him a blown save. And we came back and we got the winning run in the 11th, and thank goodness we got that victory. We closed the gap to 4 games as the Yankees were off yesterday. The Orioles are on a 10-game losing streak. Boston's on a 6-game losing streak. And, of course, we're playing Milwaukee today. So we have a chance to perhaps leapfrog over Milwaukee with a victory. And we had to use Tom Hisle to close out yesterday's game because we ran out of right-handers in the bullpen. And Hisle was due to be the starting pitcher today. So I sent him down to the minors, and I brought up Jerry Ujdur to get the start today. And I think, depending upon how today's game goes, I might just go with a 4-man rotation the rest of the way, with the rotation being Rozema, Morris, Robbins, and either Petrie or Ujdur, depending upon how it goes with Jerry Ujdur start today. Tom Hume will not be available out of the bullpen with that blown save. He did get the win in relief, so it was a vulture victory for him. And, okay, so Ujur's on the mound, and we've had to mix up the lineup a little bit today. Trammell has not had a hit in 6 games. It's dropped his batting average 23 points. So we have him out of the lineup. Mark Wagner's in there. We're going to give Bobby Ramos his first start since the All-Star break. And Reggie, Leonard are going to be in the game. We're going to put Gary Hancock on the bench with Parrish and Tram. And maybe they'll be available for pinch hitting if necessary. So let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown. Batting leadoff and playing center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second and at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting cleanup in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting fifth in right field is Jeff Leonard. Batting sixth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting seventh at third base is Tom Brookens. Batting eighth and catching today is Bobby Ramos. And batting ninth at shortstop is Mark Wagner. On the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers is Moose Haas, making his 20th start. He's 6-9 with a 4.92 ERA, 76 Ks in 128 innings pitched. He's given up a lot of hits. Opponents are batting .306. It's 164 hits in 128 innings pitched. He does have 2 complete games on the season. And if you take a look at his log, he did get a win in his last start against Detroit. He went a complete game, giving up 4 runs and 9 hits with 7 Ks. So a decent outing for Moose Haas at his last start. And there's the defensive lineup for the Brew Crew today. Looks like the same as yesterday. And Rickey Henderson leads off the game against Moose. And Reggie Jackson into the left field bleachers. The 9th home run for Henderson in the All-Star gets the game started with a home run. It's 1-0 Detroit. Next up is Greg Brock. Brock shoots it into the right center field gap. It falls in for a hit as the center fielder, Lemon, cuts it off. So one down. I'm sorry, nobody out. Runner on first. For Sweet Lou. Lou 5 for 14 with a home run. Ground ball to second. That could be two. Nope, they can only get the lead runner, Brock, at second base. So Whitaker safe at first on the ground out. Next up is Gibby. Gibby really struggling. Strikes out looking. We're going to see if we can steal second base against Sax, who, as we saw yesterday, is below average with his arm, as Rickey Henderson had 2 stolen bases. Oh, fastball high, and Whitaker steals second base. That was a strike right there on barely in the strike zone. So Whitaker on second. That is his 7th stolen base on the season. Sweet Lou in scoring position with 2 down for Jeffrey Leonard, and Leonard strikes out for the 3rd out. So we're going to the bottom of the 1st. Tigers have the early lead on the home run by Henderson. Let's do the Brewers lineup rundown. Batting a leadoff and DHing is Randy Reddy. Batting second at third base is Jim Gantner. Batting third at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting cleanup in center field is Chet Lemon. Batting fifth and at first base is Jim Paciorek. Batting sixth in right field is Leon Roberts. Batting seventh and catching is Dave Sax. Batting eighth in left field is Larry Hisle. And batting ninth at shortstop is Ed Romero. Pitching for the Tigers is Jerry Ujdur. He's been in the minors for a couple of weeks. You see his AAA stats, 3-2 with that 3.13 ERA. In the majors, he's making his 11th start. He's 2-6 with that 3.94 ERA. Opponents are only batting .255. Doesn't strike out very many, but he's got 22 walks to go with those 22 Ks. No complete games. We're hoping for a strong 5 innings from Ujdur, and then we'll let the bullpen take over. There's the defensive alignment for the Tigers today. And Randy Reddy leading off against Jerry Ujdur. Oh no, Ujdur walks, ready to lead off the ball game. Runner on first. The only left-hander in the lineup is Jim Gantner. Has yet to face Jerry Ujdur. Gantner flies out to left center field. There's one down. Next up is Paul Molitor, batting .350 on the season. Fly ball into left center field. 2 down. Next up is Chet Lemon. Lemon line drive to left, and Gibby tracks it down for the 3rd out. So the leadoff walk is stranded. We go to the top of the 2nd. Here is Reggie Jackson leading off the inning against Haas. 3 for 9 of 2 walks. Oh, he paints the corner for the 3rd K for Haas today. Tommy Brookens up next, popping it up on the infield, and Molitor catches it on the outfield grass. 2 down. Here's Bobby Ramos. We haven't seen a lot of him lately. Of course, he got off to that torrid start, and then he kind of went in the toilet there for, 4 games. Couldn't get a hit, and we haven't seen him since the 6th. So let's see if Bobby Ramos can get his offense back on track. Hey, a walk. We'll take that. So Ramos on first for Mark Wagner had a pinch hit single that was integral to the Tigers getting that rally going in the 11th. He walks as well, so back-to-back walks. Has the bases at first and second for the Tigers. Here's Rickey Henderson. A blooper into left center field. Oh, it's going to be caught by the left fielder, Larry Hisle, for the 3rd out. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd. Jim Paciorek leading off against Jerry Ujdur. And there's the first hit of the game for the Brewers. Base hit to left. Paciorek on first for Leon Roberts. Roberts batting .213 versus righties. Ground ball to short. Wagner has it. The only play he can make is at second. So Roberts on first with the fielder's choice. Next up is Dave Sax. Sax had a pretty good game yesterday as he lines out to right for the second out. That's going to bring up Larry Hisle. Hisle had his 6th home run yesterday. That tied the game up in the 9th with my poor defensive alignment with the Tigers lineup. And here he strikes out. We're going to go to the top of the 3rd. Greg Brock will lead off against Haas. 3 for 5. And a ground ball to first. There's one down. Next up is Sweet Lou. Lou walks. 3 walks now for Haas. Let's hit and run with Gibby. Get something going for Gibson. Base hit to center field. It does fall in for a hit. Little duck snort. There we go. The hit and run works. So let's ask Jeffrey Leonard for a sac fly. Ground ball to short. That should be 2. It is. Leonard has been rough lately as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 1-0 Detroit. Larry Hisle leading off the bottom half of the inning. Striking out. That is the first K for Ujdur today. 1 down. We're going to pull the 3rd baseman in. Ed Romero had a good game as well yesterday. Had a couple base hits. There we go. Another base hit down the right field line. The right fielder, Leonard, gets it back in quickly. So we hold Romero to a single. Roll the lineup over for Randy Reddy. He pops it up right on the first base chalk line as Brock makes the catch. So 2 down for Jim Gantner. Gantner hits a liner right at Whitaker, and that is the 3rd out. So we're going to the top of the 4th. Here's Reggie leading off against Moose. Striking out on a low and outside pitch. 1 down. Moose Haas only has 2 pitches. He's got a fastball slider, neither one particularly great. Tigers only have 3 hits today, though. So it's been effective as he pops it up into foul ground. Tommy Brookens does. 2 down. I guess the number 6 and 7 spot, we had Brookens in the 6 hole yesterday. Neither one of those seems to be a good place for Brookens. I figured with his pop, maybe he could produce. Hey, base hit for Ramos. A walk and a base hit. Has Ramos batting .382 now. That's nice if he breaks out of this mini slump. And then Mark Wagner taps it back to Haas for the 3rd out. So we're going to the bottom of the 4th. We have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Molitor, Lemon, and Paciorek. Oh, man. He walks Molitor. Leadoff man on first for Lemon. Let's guard the lines and maybe try to turn 2 here. Oh, line drive, base hit to left. Molitor must have been a hit and run as Molitor coasts into 3rd. We're going to keep the infield back. We'll give up that run to turn 2 as Jim Paciorek steps in. And he strikes out. Now I feel like we need to pull the corners in. We'll go home if we can for Leon Roberts, who's really struggling. Line drive, base hit past Whitaker. That'll score a run. Lemon takes 3rd. And it's all tied to 1. Now we do have to pull the infield in. We cannot afford to give up another run. Sax pops it up on the infield, and Whitaker makes the play right at the second base bag. So 2 down for Larry Hisle. Hisle has led the league in RBIs twice, so Not the guy you want to see up there. There's a base hit to right. He does drive in Lemon from third, and Roberts takes third base. So I think the Brewers are hitting and running with efficiency here. And then a ground ball at the middle. Wagner makes the play, tosses out Romero. And the Brewers have the lead now, 2-1, as we go to the top of the fifth. Henderson leading off the inning. Ground ball to short. There's one down. It's going to bring up Greg Brock. Brock pops it up on the infield. Sweet Lou, 5 for 15 against Haas with a home run, and he walks. So it's all evened up for Haas with 4 walks and 4 Ks. We have to let Gibby swing away. He's so due for a hit. There we go, base hit to right field. Whitaker, do we want to send him to third? He should already be there, actually, but I guess no. Only a 30% chance. First and second for Jeffrey Leonard, whose bat has gone cold. He's down to 320. Ground ball to first. And the play is made by Paciorek for the third out. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. Ujdur's at 61 pitches. This will be his last inning, either way. Reddy pops it up on the infield, and Whitaker will make the play with a foot on the outfield grass. One down. Gantner gets his first hit of the day. Base hit to left. So runner on first for Paul Molitor. Molitor jacks it to left field. It might be in foul territory. It is a foul out. Must have been caught right in the corner by Gibson. So 2 down. Gantner on first for Chet Lemon. And Gantner steals second base. Oh man, I almost feel like we need to intentionally walk Lemon, but at this point, may as well pitch to him. Come on, you're kidding me, right? There's no way Gantner's stealing second and third up a run. Okay, well, that feels ominous, but we have to pitch to Lemon with an 0-2 count. And Lemon pops it up on the infield. That should be the third out. Wagner tracks it down in the outfield for the third out. So we're going to the top of the sixth. We have Jackson, Brookens, and Ramos due up. I'm thinking ahead to whether or not we want to bring in a reliever. Jackson lines out to left. It would be nice if Jackson could actually get it over the wall occasionally, as that's the first out, with Hisle making the catch there. Brookens pops it up on the infield. Our offense is incredibly frustrating. 2 down. Here's Bobby Ramos, 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. Let's make it 2 walks. Ramos on first for Mark Wagner. Wagner batting 154 versus righties. It's hard to believe. There we go. Oh, he rips it to left, but right at the left fielder Hisle. So a obviously a 1-2-3 inning, but I guess Ramos did walk in there. So anyway, we're going to the bottom of the sixth. Let's take a look at the in-game stats so far. Henderson had the leadoff hit for the home run. Gibby's 2 for 3. Ramos has been on base all 3 times. Okay, so Ujdur's at 83 pitches. He's got another inning in him. I guess we have to give him a chance here. That's a base hit to left. So, all right. We tried to give it a go. We're going to bring in Roger Weaver. Weaver's pitching better lately. He hasn't given up a run in 5 appearances. And that really has been since he was called back up on the 4th. So 5 out of 6 he's been good in. So we'll give him a chance here. He's a ground ball pitcher, so a double play here is not out of the question. Ground ball right back to Weaver. They can only spin and get the lead runner at second. So 1 down for Dave Sax. Sax is 1 for 1 against Weaver in his career. Popping it up. And Weaver gets a pop-up to short as Wagner makes the play. So 2 down for Larry Hisle. Oh, Hisle on a 3-0 count swinging. Base hit to right. So first and third now for the number 9 hitter, Eddie Romero. Romero, 272. And he walks him. Wow. Back to the top of the lineup with Randy ready. I mean, we got to let him pitch to Reddy. Everyone's going to play straight away. There we go. Induces the pop-up to Whitaker. Whitaker makes the play. Tigers get out of that jam. Go to the top of the 7th. 2-1 Brewers. And Haas is on the cusp of the century mark in pitches. Line drive to first. So he did not throw a pitch? Or was he at 98? I guess it was 1 pitch. That's ridiculous. Come on. Greg Brock up next, swinging and missing. 105 pitches for Haas. And then Whitaker shoots it to right. That's stupid. Should have worked him more there to at least get him tired. We're going to bring take out Roger Weaver. We're going to bring in Dave Rucker to pitch to Gantner. Rucker doing a good job. He's a loogie. He comes in. He gets 1 batter. Maybe 2. So we're going to let him get Gantner here. He is 1 for 2 with a strikeout against Rucker. And he hits a high fly ball into the right center field gap, but it's going to be tracked down by Leonard. That's all we needed. Dave Patterson will come in with 1 out. Patterson's been doing pretty well for us. He did have that 1 home run he gave up against the Angels, but otherwise he's been pretty solid. We like Patterson. Maybe a player for the future. He's got to face Paul Molitor here. And that's a base hit into center. Runner on first for the cleanup hitter Lemon, who's 1 for 3 on the day. 3-1 count. Ground ball to short. And they turn 2. Now here's a sight for sore eyes. We love Doug Jones coming into the ball game. We lit him up yesterday. Gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, and just 1 inning pitched. So looks like he's going to try to go 2 for the save. He's going to have to get Gibby first here. It's Gibson, Leonard, and Jackson here in the 8th. Gibson says F you and lines it all the way to left center field wall for a base hit. Jeffrey Leonard had a hit against him yesterday. We're going to try to hit to the right side. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Is Gibby going? Yeah, he was going on that. So Gibby moving on contact. The only play was the first. They're going to pull the whole infield in. All we need Reggie to do is hit a sac fly to the outfield. Come on. Come on, Reggie. Hey, base hit to left, and the Tigers tie it up. Suck it, Doug Jones, as he blows another save. So Reggie's on first for Brookens. Brookens has the most sacrifice bunts on the team. He's not good at it, though, as he lays down a bunt to third successfully. Good job by Reggie taking second base. So the go-ahead run's on second for Bobby Ramos, who's 1 for 1 today with 2 walks. And he shoots it to right. Oh, it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Leon Roberts. And that's the third out. So Tigers do tie it up. And it's all tied to 2 with Jim Paciorek leading off against Dave Patterson. We're going to keep Patterson in there. He is the only righty left in the bullpen. Oh, no. No! Paciorek deposits it into the upper deck in right field, 394 feet. As that's the go-ahead run. That makes Paciorek 3 for 4 on the day. That is bad. We need this win. And then Patterson walks Roberts. Come on. Sax follows that up with a ground ball to second. That's an easy double play with the catcher running. So 2 down for Larry Hisle. Hisle strikes out. The damage is done, though, as the Brewers gets the run back on the home run by Paciorek. And it's 3-2 going to the top of the 9th. Well, we definitely cannot have Wagner hit in this position. We're going to have to bring in Gary Hancock to pinch hit. He does hit lefties pretty, righties pretty damn well. What am I doing here? I'm trying to show you. He bats 276 versus righties. He's got a couple home runs. He's 1 for 2 against Jones. Base hit to left field. That's a good start. Do we want to stretch it into a double? We do not. But we do need a pinch runner. So, oh man, all we have is Trammell, who will play short, but we might need his bat. Well, his bat sucks, though. Okay, so I'm convinced. We're going to bring in Trammell to pinch run. And we're going to hit and run with Rickey. Rickey be Rickey. Oh, he nubs it. Right back to Doug Jones. The only play was to first. So Trammell standing on second base. He is the tying run with Greg Brock at the plate. Brock 1 for 4 on the day and 1 for 2 against Doug Jones in his short career. Ground ball up the middle. Trammell had to hold on that. It's going to leave it up to Lou. We need a clutch hit for Whitaker. He's 0 for 2. He does have a stolen base today. Come on, sweet Lou. Lou! Grounds out to short. Damn it. That sucks. We needed that one desperately. As Tigers lose 3-2. That's unfortunate. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. Well, we fall a half game back. As Baltimore has lost 11 in a row. What a choke job. They had a clear path to the American League East, but they just completely fell apart. Unbelievable. I'm kind of curious. Is it injuries? What is the deal here? No, not injuries. I mean, they have Doug DeCinces on the bench. They have Ron LaFleur on the bench. And do they suffer any injuries to the pitching staff? No. Unbelievable. They just cannot buy a win. Okay, anyway. Let's take a look at transactions. Nothing of note. The All-Star Gary Reedus is going to be out for the rest of the season. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. What a bummer. You know what's not a bummer, though? I'm having a contest for this channel starting on the 19th. It's Christmas in July. I'm giving away some card collection every day next week, starting on Monday the 19th through the 25th. If you want to get involved, you have to be a subscriber. And if you subscribe to this channel, let me know in the comments if you want to be in this contest. Also, right about here is where the video will be if you want to see what the prizes are. Click on that, watch the video, and you can enter on that video as well if you like. Player of the game, nobody deserves it. What a disappointment. 8 stinking hits. We're going to give it to Kirk Gibson, who went 3 for 4 that game. Didn't really do much otherwise. Dave Patterson gave up the long ball to Jim Paciorek, his 5th on the year. What a joke. He takes a loss, 1 and 2 on the year. Doug Jones gets the win after I told him to suck it. He's now 4 and 1. And that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow for Game 3. We're not out of it. 17 games to go. Anything could happen. Until then, everyone have a great night.